Hey there, Fight here with a super quick first step towards our email marketing program, which has the working title, How to Sell More with Email Marketing Without Being a Dick. And what I've got for you today is three things. One more explanation of what's in there and when it's going to happen. Secondly, a short survey to make sure I'm covering the right points. And thirdly, a raffle, if you like, or a competition to figure out a better name than How to Sell More with Email Marketing Without Being a Dick. Alrighty? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a free copy to anyone or to the person who gets closest to the best name for this product. So basically, the one thing you kind of need to do in practice when you help people, when you sell something, is you need to make sure they encounter a problem they actually want solved. Right? And now, selling more with email marketing is actually a very generic problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to please tell me where you are. And for this, I have a short survey. And for some reason, my Firefox is extremely slow. I switched over to it, and there you go, boom. So I'm going to have to crash. And yes, I know all the Mac users are now going to go, well, fine, you're using Win, obviously. Alrighty, so this is basically the big question. Number two is, right, what is your number one obstacle in building and growing a highly responsive list? So I'm going to give you marketing content right here now, right? This is something you can and should use in practice. Quite often you'll see a question like this, is what is your number one obstacle to building and growing a highly responsive list? Now, anyone who's new to email marketing, who's kind of confused about all the options out there, they've heard they should be doing email marketing and they hear they should be building a list. I mean, you hear that all the time. There's almost like you feel a bit stupid when you're then being asked this question, what's your number one obstacle? Well, the answer is, man, everything. I have no idea where I am. It's like, I know I should be doing all this kind of stuff, but I don't know where to begin. If you're in that place, write that in there. I'm in that group where I'm being told I should be doing all of this kind of stuff and I'm confused by the options, right? I just don't know where to get started. That is a perfectly legitimate answer. But when you read a question like this, you go, oh, I kind of feel stupid. So you write something that's like, meh, that thing with the squeeze page or so. No, perfectly fine, right? So you're actually getting a marketing education now. In general, your prospects fall into three categories. Number three actually is the group I've just told you about. People who are confused by options. And quite often, they have a lot of data in front of them, but I can't make sense of it. And they're trying to figure out how to make sense of all the stuff that's out there. So if you're in that category, write that in there. And if you've tried various things, write that in there as well. So I can get clarity on where you're at, what you've tried, and what else you could be trying. So we can make sure you actually can start doing this, namely building and growing a highly responsive. So you can start doing all the stuff you hear you should be doing, but at the moment you're kind of confused about. Marketing education continues. Group number 2 is a group that needs to confirm that their chosen path is the right one. Well, they've kind of decided, hey, I'm going to use Aweber and I want to do this and that and the other. But hey, fine, I just want to make sure I'm on the right path. I'm doing the right thing. Am I missing something? Am I accidentally doing something really stupid? So once again, when you look at that or look at the question from that perspective, it's a very different answer, right? What's your number one obstacle? Well, it's still some kind of clarity, but it's less about, well, is email marketing even for me? It's more like, I've decided for me, email marketing, yes, it's the one I want to do. But there are think of it as a Q&A session, right? So, and if I say, what's your number one obstacle? If you have 3, just write them in there. It's absolutely fine. And then group number 3, and this is the last bit of the marketing education, is, of course, you have decided this is what you're doing. You probably already have an email marketing list. Maybe you're at a point now where you're spinning the wheels and it's not really growing. It's just there static. Or you've kind of hit the wall and for some reason you're kind of stuck. So that is the last group and you want some help with that, right? So put that in there, and I hope that in itself was useful when you're dealing with your prospects. Sometimes they feel a bit stupid when they see a question like this. And I've been there, right? When I got started, I saw questions like this and went, but I have no idea. So what do I write in there? And you make up shit you think you should be writing because you heard you should be doing it. Like, forget about it. Don't make up stuff. Forget about the stuff you should be doing. Instead, write in where you're really stuck. Right. So Then there's question number 1, what's your main focus when it comes to email marketing? Just to get a quick idea of what it is you're trying to do, so I can tailor the overall course to this. And the final one is the raffle or the competition, right? So as you know, a product sells much better and is much more exciting. A product is exciting when it kind of embodies, when the name embodies something cool, something, a problem being solved, a goal being achieved. So what I'm going to do is a competition where basically now I take your entries, like what title and subtitle do you think would be awesome? Because this up here, Sell More Without Being a Dick, is kind of a working title. I'm not going to name that. I'm not going to get the domain sellmorewithoutbeingadick.com, right? So what title and subtitle do you think encapsulate best what you are after? Not what you think others are after, but what embodies what it is you're after, whether it's overcoming an obstacle or achieving a goal. And what I'm going to do is I'm either name the product after that, or if it doesn't quite fit with what I'm trying to do, whoever comes closest will get a free copy of the product and some coaching on top of that. And if a handful of people all come very, very close, and they'll all get a free copy. Alrighty. So, but if you want to be notified, please make sure you leave your name and email in that field so I can make sure I can notify you when you've got a free copy. Alrighty. So overall, this thing today is Tuesday the 3rd, I think, somewhere around there. It's half term, so I have lost complete track of where we are in terms of time and dates, etc. I think it's Tuesday, and I think it's the 3rd. We're going to non-launch this product next week. So the webinar, this is going to be a webinar-based thing, is going to happen on Thursday. Of course, there's going to be recordings, etc. But so it's basically a week and a half out. So please put your entries in there, and the next couple of days what I'm going to do is put together the outline. Then I'll send you either a PDF or a video outlining what's in there, whom it's for, whom it's not for, and then you can decide if you want to enroll. Alrighty? And by the way, you don't have to enroll. If you just want to do the competition here and get a free copy, that's fine too. Alrighty, cheers. Thanks for your help. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it if you give me some feedback on this. And as usual, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, just send me an email. Alrighty, cheers. Bye.